Jesus went down with them and came to Nazareth and was obedient to them. And his mother kept all these things in her heart. And Jesus advanced in wisdom and age and favor before God and man. We read these words in the Gospel of Luke, and it speaks to the beginning of Jesus' formation in the human family with his parents, Mary and Joseph. Hi, I'm Father Bud Rowland. I'm pastor here at St. John Newman. And we're about to embark on our new year for faith formation for your children. And so I want to invite you to consider the virtual programs and online programs that we'll have this year. We know that the past several months have been difficult, but I also want you to know that we stand ready to help you and your children as they continue to grow in the knowledge and love of the Lord in their faith formation. I invite you now to listen to Christy McGee, the Director of Children's Faith Formation, Samantha Delphine, our Director of Middle School Faith Formation, and Sarah Bernard, our High School Director of Faith Formation. With you, we want to do our very best to train and raise your children in our faith. God bless you.
There's this running joke that kids don't come with a handbook. And although there are plenty of opinion books, I believe we're all doing the best we can with our circumstances. My husband and I have two kids. They're 18 and 22, and they're currently both at the University of St. Mary. But I clearly remember when they were younger and we were running from school to karate to gymnastics and so on. My husband's a high school football coach, so when I say we were running, I really mean me and the kids. But life has a way of trapping us, and when the coronavirus slammed on the brakes, I don't know about y'all, we didn't even realize how much we'd missed something as simple as a family dinner at the table and mass as a family, online, but we were still together, or playing a game, having real conversation and laughing. I'm so grateful where we are as a family, but I can admit that it wasn't always easy. The saying, "it takes a village," has never rang more true than we were sludging through the muddy waters of parenting. We converted in 2004, and we knew absolutely no one who was Catholic, except a few coworkers. We had sponsors assigned to us from the parish that we were attending, and our children's godmother was my younger brother's girlfriend. This was just our reality as we delved into faith like we never had before. Our son attended the parish school, and we jumped in with both feet. Having that faith community surround and support and encourage us was what helped us become decent Catholics. But then we moved, and the kids switched to public school and parish faith formation, and I didn't have that same kind of community and support that I had experienced at our previous parish, and I missed it. We did the best that we could, sending the kids to religious education and trying to celebrate feast days at home. But it was hard, and we felt alone in the process. We didn't feel qualified to teach the faith to our kids, and we weren't getting any assistance from our parish. We wanted our kids to love being Catholic as much as we did, and we had all the same troubles as everybody else. Sunday morning rolled around and the kids didn't feel well, or they hated going. None of their friends were there, or it's so boring. It was a challenge, and I just didn't feel ready to take that on. And then we moved. This time we were blessed with an amazing parish, a parish school, and a faithful friend group that I affectionately call my village. Along with this group of families, we strived to actively live our faith in our homes. Being Catholic permeated how we lived, not just where we went to church on Sunday. This is where we really learned that forming our children wasn't as nearly as hard as we thought. When you have a parish to walk alongside the efforts that we were putting in at home, it became this beautiful partnership between parents and parish. And then we moved to the Austin area. Moving was just sort of how our life worked. In my husband's line of work, it's not unusual to move around, and our life definitely had this sort of up and down of faith as a theme that just went on throughout the years. We would have supportive community for a while, and then we wouldn't have any support. We would be on our own to raise strong Catholics. Being in Austin during their teen years, it just became so apparent how much we needed that community and my village, and how much I needed support from my parish in being formed and informing our kids. As I mentioned, both of our kids are now away at college, and I pray for them daily. I pray that they go to Mass and allow their faith to root them in what can feel like crazy times. It's been really beautiful to see my daughter send a picture of when she's praying in the chapel in her dorm, or when my son tells us that he went to Mass on Sunday. But I can't help but wonder what it would look like if we had the consistent parish support for formation and community and a village of faithful friends as we raised our kids. How much greater could the faith of our family be?
Thank you for sharing about God's presence and intervention in your family, both through the glories and the challenges with all the moves back and forth and finding community. And what we need to remember is that God the Father does not give us the task of raising children in isolation. He promises that he will be with us even until the end of the age. You are not alone. Along with his unfailing presence and the village of the church family that we have to turn to for support, encouragement, and prayer, the clergy here at St. John Neumann, the staff, fellow parents, empty nesters, single people, we are with you. You are made for this, to not only raise up saints, but also to become saints yourselves. As we are well aware, our world is different now, which requires a shift in the method of transmitting the faith. The Diocese of Austin has given us guidance to conduct faith formation remotely in our circumstances. Since we are not able to gather physically as a community on church grounds, we are shifting our attention to our ability to physically gather in the home. And with the challenges of coordinating schedules, to Zoom fatigue, to lack of personal connection through digital platforms, to the possibility of reinstated shelter-in-place mandates, equipping, empowering, and supporting you, the parents, as the primordial churches at home, this largely alleviates families of these concerns and other obstacles.
So how are we going to do this? I have 3 points that I want to share with you today. I am Sarah Renard, if you don't know me yet. How will faith formation content look remotely? So you will receive a weekly resource and update from your faith formation director via email. And you can expect to engage in at-home learning with your family through weekly gospel reflections in order to unite formation across all ages. And this can be a discussion amongst the whole family instead of having separate multiple reflections, making it easier on you and the family. There will also be online sacramental prep appropriate to each candidate for each particular sacrament. And this will allow for discussion at home on your own schedule and at your own pace. So how do you start? Firstly, you're encouraged to attend our training for parents starting September 13th, and more information and dates are to come. This will be a time of reclaiming your primary role as a faith educator in the home, a time to make sure that you are registered as a parishioner. If you're not registered, you can just go on our website and register there. And then as of late August, you can seek the faith formation registration link for the new year online. And lastly, how are we supporting you? So we will provide training for you, the parents, to equip you to best serve your children in their faith journey. October, we will put these practices that you have learned with us into play while having access to your very own core member who will accompany you through your faith journey. We will also keep you updated with resources and best practices, and we will check in with your core members and you to see how we can continue to accompany you and your family. And last but not least, we are and will be praying for you. We look forward to growing, learning, and reclaiming our faith with you and your family within the home.